Hey.
Great!
Hello, my name is AJ Splutter, self-reported Pokemon expert, 90s kid, and still not a Gen 1er. So after I finished PokéPark 1, Pikachu's Adventure, I jumped straight into PokéPark 2, Wonders Beyond. And it does surprisingly play a lot differently to the first one. From everything that I heard from not playing either of these games until the last week, PokéPark 1 was a bad game, and PokéPark 2 was miles better, but still not a good game. And I really enjoyed my time with PokéPark 1, so I was like, how much am I going to enjoy PokéPark 2? It's gonna be immense, right? And as usual, I'm a little bit of an oddball, so no, I did prefer the first game a lot more. But why is that? Why am I going against what everyone else thinks? And it mainly comes down to what type of games I enjoy. PokéPark 2 Wonders Beyond is mainly a story-driven game, with the making friends and exploring the areas toned down in this release. In PokéPark 1 Pikachu's Adventure, you'd go around speaking to people and doing tasks with them, racing them, battling them, and it was more about the dialogue, the world building that they gave you. The PokéPark itself was also more expansive, with wider open areas, creating a more lived-in experience, whereas PokéPark 2 is a little bit more hallway-driven, with smaller set pieces and everything tightly packed together. And don't get me wrong, I don't like open world games. I don't like open worlds. I didn't enjoy the wild area in Sword and Shield. Legends Arceus was just alright, and Scarlet and Violet's wide open world makes me a little bit nervous. But the original PokéPark's playfield wasn't too massive to explore, but it also wasn't too linear, so I could explore and find Pokemon in places where they would normally be, yet also not restricted to that area. They could roam out into different areas, which is another problem that I had with more modern Pokemon games where they're only in that specific area, so what's the point in not making it random encounters if you can see them on the overworld if they're just going to be there every single time? Reload the save, go back, they're still there in that exact spot. In PokéPark, they wander around. They can leave the area. Yes, they're on a set path and they may be here, but then if 10 minutes go by, they'll be down the street. You can go down the street and visit them. They're not always in that one spot. It makes it feel lived in. They're not just spawning right there. There they are. But anyway, back to PokéPark 2. In short, without giving away any spoilers, the story revolves around Pikachu entering a brand new Poképark in Unova and running into Oshawott, Snivy, and Tepig as they try and solve the mystery of who's behind Wish Park trying to steal all the Pokemon and keep them in Wish Park forever. Your main goal, as with the first game, is to make friends with all of the Pokemon in the Unovan PokéPark. However, differing from the first game, there's only 4 attractions to play. In the original, you had 14 different attractions and you can play as multiple different Pokemon. So many choices which all had different playstyles in those little mini-games. And yes, they were just things like shake the Wiimote or point at the screen and shoot targets. They all had different playstyles, different abilities to make them either better or worse. In PokéPark 2, although you can play as all 4 characters, you can only play as those 4 characters and they all play identically. And one of the things that I really enjoyed in the first one was experimenting with the different Pokemon and their different abilities and how they performed in the attractions, but that's all taken away here, and we only have 4 attractions anyway, so there's not really much meat there either. It is a heavily story-driven game, which is great. I really enjoyed it. The cinematics and story were way better than the first game, but it's mainly there for the cinematics and the story. That's what this game is, and I think that's why a lot of people preferred this one over the first one, which was very paper-thin, not really much story going on. It's more about interacting with the Pokemon. In this one, you interact with the plot, and the Pokemon are secondary. It's not as relaxing. There's a lot more backtracking in this game and running around doing simple little fetch quests which are longer and take you from one side of the map to the other map, or literally for a few missions staying there and doing nothing until you fall asleep to befriend certain Pokemon. In the first game, I 100%ed everything. I perfected every single attraction to unlock every single Pokemon, because the way that you unlock the final few Pokemon was by doing the attraction with every other Pokemon and getting a high score on it. In this game, the attractions aren't how you unlock the final Pokemon, it's just simple talking and interactions and more storylines, which is also alright, and on top of that they added the Kecleon medals, which is sort of like achievements: befriend every Pokemon, buy every upgrade, collect 50,000 berries, and other things that are very grindy. New to this game are item drops, where you can find little treasure chests, and sometimes Pokemon will ask for them, or you can buy them off certain Pokemon. And they're just sort of there as a fun little gimmick, but some of them are rarer than others, and some of them I didn't even find, and I didn't feel like grinding out all of those little boxes, exiting the area, going back in, just to see if there's a rare item drop in that little box. No, exiting the area, reloading it, going back in. Is it there? No. Exiting the area. It's the thing that I don't like about the new Pokemon games like Legends Arceus, where if you're looking for a certain Pokemon or a shiny, like Munchlax in Legends Arceus, where you just sleep at camp over and over again until he finally spawns, and then you've only got that one chance because he's just gonna run away from you. And PokéPark 2, okay. But yeah, the story is good. The story was really enjoyable, and I'm glad I played the game. I really did enjoy this game, but I'm not gonna complete it. I'm not going to fill out all the Kecleon medals and collect everything that I needed to collect. I did befriend every single Pokemon, I fought in every single battle, every single chase, all the 4 attractions, but I'm going to leave it there. I think I'm done with everything I wanted to do in this game. The music is great, the graphics are great, and the story is really, really enjoyable. If you do like story-driven Pokemon adventures, then this is a game that you definitely want to pick up. Yes, you still have the making friends and the collecting items and the going around everywhere, and that's sort of what I like when it's not too grindy, when you're just hanging out in the world, living in the experience, talking to all of the Pokemon and making friends with them, building up the lore, learning new things, exploring the areas as long as they're not too hallway-like, which most of them are in this game. But it still doesn't take away from the charm. So yes, I did enjoy PokéPark 1 a lot more than PokéPark 2, but I am glad that I played PokéPark 2, and now I've got both games on my belt, and I can move on to the next biggest thing that hopefully I will enjoy. Please let me enjoy it.